Today we are going to begin our digital passport lessons, which is going to continue our yearly learning of internet safety and digital citizenship. So we're going to be working through these digital passport activities all week. So the first one that we're going to work on is called Password Protect. Now before we get into working on Password Protect here, while that's coming up, we're going to talk about passwords for just a minute. A password is a secret string of letters, symbols, and numbers that you can use to restrict who can access something digital. So think about this key here that opens the door to your house. Would your neighbor's key be able to open the door to your home too? No. Why not? The shape of the key and its grooves are unique to a particular lock. The little details and specific grooves on a key are what make it impossible for any other key to be used to open up a particular lock. Creating a digital password is like creating your very own lock and key. Today we will review tips for making sure that passwords are secure and strong. When you create a password, it should be something that you can easily remember, but that isn't easy for other people to figure out. Now, we're not talking about your school password because that is made for you. We're talking about accounts that you use at home that you would make a password for. It's okay to write down passwords so you remember them, but don't carry them with you, and ask a parent or guardian to help you find a safe place at home to store them, because you don't want anybody besides your parent or guardian knowing your passwords, because you want to keep them protected. So our activity here, we are going to click Start New Game. And you're going to use your JCPS username to log in to this account. You're going to use this for each of these games that you play. Now, if you move computers, it won't remember you. If you opened up a different browser, like Internet Explorer or Firefox, it wouldn't remember you. We have to stay on the same computer, on the same browser, for this site to work based on the changes that they have recently made to the site. So I would use my username and I click Start. Now it's going to say mine is already done. I have to pick a different one. So I'm going to use something else here. Actually, I'll just not use the number. Okay. So it says in school, your teacher may give you a safe password to use, but when you go online at home, you may need another password. Your password is like a suit of armor. Let's practice designing a strong password to protect you online. You have to click Next. Hitting Enter does not work. I've done this activity with kids for several years, and everybody always gets confused on this part. You got to read what it's asking you to do. Using common words as passwords is not a good idea. They are too easy for others to guess. One of the most common passwords is password. It may be easy to remember, but it would not protect you well. So you actually have to start by writing the word password. And now it's telling you how weak that is, and you need to make a strong password. So now you're going to practice creating your own password. First, it's going to ask you to write something that is 8 to 10 letters long, but don't use your name. Then it's going to ask you on the next screen to add a couple of numbers. Then the next screen is going to ask you to add a symbol. When you are finished with each activity, it's going to give you a badge that you have earned. In the middle here, it says scorecard. I want you to click on that. And now I want you to raise your hand so that I can come write down what your percentage on that activity is. So this one is pretty easy to get 100%, but I need you to let me record this score so that we have a grade for you. Now, if your score is really low, like below about, we'll say about 70%, you're going to need to retry the activity.